So now another question to this interview now. You always babble on about locum this, locum that, locum this, locum that. But what I want to know is, why is it that you locums look down upon residency so much?
Oh, that's it's a very targeted question there, sir. The tone suggests that you're implying that I look down on residency. Definitely
That's exactly what I'm
No,
implying.
oh wow, what a serious implication you made there. I don't look down on residents. I think residents are very integral to society, but I also think residents should value themselves a bit more, because a lot of the stories I hear, of course, I'm in the loop with optometrists, and residents tend to have a difficult diary, and patients are squeezed into different clinics and magazine clinics, which I think, compromises some level of patient quality. I don't know if that's just a one-off occasion for them, but every time you speak to a resident, they tend to have something sort of negative to say, or you rarely come across a resident who's really enjoying their stay at the particular place that they're resident at. And that's a bit of a shame, because if you're a resident, you should be happy where you are. The work-life balance should be excellent. You shouldn't feel burnt out. Are you a resident at the moment?
I am indeed.
And how do you feel?
I think it's good. I think it's about learning your trade. As a pre-reg, can't really speak too much as a qualified optom. But right now, as a pre-reg, I think it has its difficulties. I think it's being there, same time, same place, 5 days a week. You do tend to burn out quite a bit. And I feel like...
What do you think causes that burnout for you?
I think for me personally, it's just the fact that I don't like being in the same place for too long.
Okay.
That's why I struggle.
Yeah, so sometimes, the same familiar environment over and over again, if you're not upskilling or if there's not variation, you can become burnt out, and especially because of the volume of patients that you see. I think as residents, they need to look into training days, ice-breaking days. They need to do interesting things, but it's sometimes that's what happens, which is why for me, again, the same thing I experienced, a bit of burnout. That's why I went down the route of locumming, because I go to different places and I meet lovely people like yourselves, and have different experiences. Although the job is pretty much similar wherever you go, it's the environment that changes, which is what I like, changing environment. So maybe they need to think about that for residents. So not looking down on residents, but again, from the conversations I have with residents, these are the problems that they face as well.
Yeah, thank you for that insight.
That's okay. No, you're more than welcome.